Strike Studio presents.
Hey, you know who this is. You do now, because this is a very, very cool thing. We're going into some double digits now, like major double digits of Larry's new wrestling podcast and stuff. My name is Larry Lawrence. The name's so nice, they named me twice. I am here live in the ring once again. The fakest ring you'll ever see in your life, where I could go backstroke and I'm swimming in a ring. That doesn't exist behind me. But you know what? The ring is not really necessary to be physically here. So, because I'm physically here, I'm trying to get philosophical on you here. Keep up with me. You don't have to have a ring to have a battle. You could technically fight on the street. I've had a few. Not proud of it, but I've had a few fights in my life, okay? Did I win or lose? I don't remember. I had too many, you-know-whats. Out of it. Blacked out. Not good. Anyways, the whole point. Remember, I'm 2 years sober almost here. So, hey, here's to the fact that I don't get my ass beat anymore. I'm just saying. Back to focus. Welcome to the latest and greatest episode of Larry's new wrestling podcast and stuff. Please, folks, subscribe. Tell your friends. We need your support out there in the internet world. Once again, we're here going through COVID-19. It's not an easy thing to deal with every week. We hope that everyone out there is staying healthy. Wear your mask. I didn't wear it again. You know why? You can't get it through the computer screen, I hope. But you know what? Who knows with this thing? It's Dwayne Johnson, his wife, his kids all had it. Okay, they're good now, but the people's champ, some people call him the people's chump, but not me, because I'm the man who's had $7 in his wallet, and he now has a production company. He's the highest grossing man in Hollywood. And he even said he took a break. He was on Instagram. I watched a little bit of it just to see what he's trying to deliver. I didn't watch the whole thing because he's not cutting a promo. So I was like, okay, Rock, you're healthy, you're good. I just want you to know, I want people to be healthy and good. I have $7 in my wallet practically as well right now. So please, from the guy who's trying to build up his empire himself, like Dwayne Johnson, who owns $7 Productions. Hi, I'm right here, just in case you guys want to utilize me for anything. I'm happy to work in Hollywood, just in case, because I already worked there. You're welcome to bring me back. I'm happy to accept any offers. Zeros are okay. Now, I'm not a zero, but you know what I'm saying. On the check, commas and zeros. The people's champ. See, that Superman pose he does? That's it. Did you know that? He based, I believe what I heard before, and I could be wrong, he based that pose. First, he started out just with the chest up, and then he ended up doing the whole fist up. That was his thing. Almost like saying, I have arrived. I get it. And Superman also flew, and he put his hand in the air, so you could have been that too. All I'm saying is that the people's champ definitely is a very big individual. I met him in person at the movie premiere, Driven, with Rocky Stallone being the main character. The movie didn't do that great, but I took my business partner. I'll tell you, we had the time of our life. LL Cool J. We saw. I even showed him the weapons of mass destruction. I said, that we've been looking for them the whole time. They've been here, and he laughed. He's just he didn't quite do it like that, but he's. But we were like, LL, Larry, what's up with you? That was like a great moment in my life. I had it. My business partner was a witness to it. LL Cool J and Larry were hella cool, and my middle name's Josep. Yeah, I get it. You get it. I don't need to reveal. You're gonna identity fraud. You're not me. Anyways, Larry Lawrence, the name's so nice, they named him twice. That's all you need. And I tell you right now, LL Cool J even pitched the movie thing with Tiny Lister. I mean, that night was surreal. That night, I'll tell you, I'll never forget it. Back in 2000, great night. A guy gave me his tickets to the show after party after I was working the Chinese theater, and he hooked me up. He was an agent at Ace, one of the letters. Anyways, doesn't matter. CAA, I think it was. Anyways, Creative Artists Agency. Thank you, Jeremy, I think was their name. Maybe you don't work there anymore, but if you do remember me, it's Larry again. Thanks. Hey. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, agent. Thank you, agent. That's a wrestling chant for you. I don't want to call you guys marks. Anyways, to the wrestling fan of today. I don't do this stuff. I go, yeah, what's up? Yeah, break the walls down. That's neat. You guys are, yeah, you got it. Whatever. Tick tock, whatever. All this, folks, right here on Larry's new wrestling podcast and stuff. Now, folks, today the stuff is, I have been watching sports, and I'll tell you, it's so difficult to watch sports in today's era. You know, football's around the corner, the NFL's back, and the world champion 49ers, and I don't want to watch because there's no crowds, there's no energy, there's no LeBron, you suck, you know, because you took away my Lakers. But if he ever wants to be on the show, LeBron, you don't suck. Anyways, but the whole point is, I know I kiss ass when I have to. It's a money thing, folks. You have to understand. I need more viewers. I need more subscribers. We need to get this show going. It's up to you to help us out. Okay? At LARRY, excuse me, I screwed that up. Take two. At LARRY, LAWRENCE Larry Lawrence Podcast. At Larry Lawrence Podcast. Twitter. Okay, tweet, Instagram, and TikTok. All this, folks, you can find us on social media. Also, if you want to leave a comment in the YouTube channel, folks, please subscribe and leave comments. We want your feedback. We want you to tell us what you thought of the show. We don't censor you because we want you to tell me I suck. That's okay. Kurt Angle, you suck. You suck. It's okay. That sounded so weird right now. Let's keep it G-rated. I don't suck. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. Let's just keep it, move it forward, okay? G-rated show for the kids. You kids just understand, don't watch certain things. You get what I'm saying, folks. We're here live in living color. I tell you right now, one thing I can tell you about sports, I miss it. I'm a former athlete. I sucked at every sport equally. There wasn't one sport I didn't suck at. Football, basketball, cross country I was good at because I was just running. I was like Forrest Gump. I just felt like running. So Jenny, I'm coming to get you. I never had a Jenny. You know what? I had a Marcel or I had a Mandy. Hey, what's up, girls? So yeah, I'm single still. Anyways, just so you know, I want you to know that I am single. But that has nothing to do with you subscribing. But if you are a female out there, you're in the vision. Never mind. Just say hi, give me your information, and I'll see what I can do. Anyways, am I just pimping myself? Yes, I was. Yes, I was totally like trying to get a date off of my show. I'm not going to deny it. I'm attractive. Ask my mother. She'll tell you. That's my son. Sorry, Mom. I just, my sister, I apologize if I ever offended you. I always did. Anyways, I'm just stating facts, folks. That's what we're doing here on Larry's new wrestling podcast and stuff. We're doing things today, folks, for you. We're going to talk about, now we're going to transition from stuff to the fact we have a great rivalry. Let's focus on wrestling, folks. All right, all the current product. Oh, we got to talk about that for Payback. Oh my goodness, Payback and the return of Roman Reigns. How would I ever forget about that? No, excuse me, at SummerSlam he came back and he took out Bray Wyatt, the Demon, whatever, the Fiend, whatever the hell he's called now, the Demon's Balor, whatever. Nobody cares about him anymore. I wish they would, though. He's a good athlete. He's a good cruiserweight, but not a heavyweight. Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman, SummerSlam. And Roman Reigns interrupts this match because I believe it was a false count anywhere or whatever it was. It just went to crap. And their matches aren't really that good, man. They got to do something with Bray and Braun. They're just too slow. They got to do something for them, man. They're like Hogan and Andre. You just have to have that energy of the crowd is needed. That's what it is. No crowd, no excitement, no pop, no nothing. Now they got these virtual screens. AEW brought people back to their show, so they're living on the edge, but they say they're social distancing, but everyone looked pretty damn close to each other on TV, amongst the groups. So it wasn't like they told the groups to separate. They just told, if your friends get it, you get it, that's cool, but everybody else, whatever. That's the way they're doing it now, folks. Live in living color, AEW Dynamite. You can go to a show physically in Florida at their location. Also, Cody Rhodes, Cody, whatever you want to call him, he is out there on the internet with Tony Khan. They're talking about how their last pay-per-view made WrestleMania look horrible, or WrestleMania didn't compare. So now they're starting to act like there's a war. But I guarantee you that war won't start until we get our crowds back. That's when this war, if you want to call it that, AEW versus WWE, can be real and then go head-to-head on Monday nights or whatever night they choose to go head-to-head. And I guarantee you that's what's going to happen when COVID is gone. But for now, we have to accept that this is our reality. This is what's going on in professional wrestling. We have Roman Reigns coming back after being gone because he was suffering from leukemia. So I believe because of COVID and the fact that his immune system could have been compromised, they didn't bring him back right away. So now he's back. But the twist is the spoiler alert. It's not. What does Heyman say? It's a prediction. It's not a spoiler. It's a prediction or whatever the hell he says. All right, my name's Paul Heyman. Like we don't know already. Anyways, the whole point, Mr. Heyman. I no disrespect. I'm friends with the one and only. You know who that is. Anyways, the whole point. I booked him for stand-up, but I'm willing to work for WWE. I'm room for hire. Anyways, the whole point is this. I'll work on the bump. I swear to you, I'll do a great interview. Anyone out there, the bump, hire Larry. Thank you. Let's continue. This is a reason why we have a show, folks, so we can lose track where the hell we're going. That's the whole point of the show. Where is he going? I have no idea. Rewind it. You remember the VCR? For those that are from the generation of VCR. You remember that? And then play. Once you hear that, like a crash landing, you know it's time for the thing to go forward again. Yeah. Return of the Jedi. Wore it out. Okay? That's VHS tapes. Please research for those that don't. Google it. VH Video Home Systems, I believe was the thing. Whatever. Just put the thing in the press play. VCR. Video cassette recorder. Yes. Video home system, I think, was what you used. Anyways. It's confusing. It's a lot of letters like WCW versus WWA. Well, now let's back to focus. Let's talk about the rivalry in the 1980s. Ooh. You mean the World Wrestling Federation? What the world was watching when that thing went whoosh through the desert, and then it came up like this, and it said, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. I just blocked your face, yeah, 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 with a W. That was the World Wrestling Federation. And then you had the NWA. That was the NWA. That was the rival company. I used to watch both of them Saturday mornings or later in the afternoon at my grandma's house in Hayward. And I tell you, and my grandparents, see, my grandfather was alive then, but telling you, he got me into it. My grandfather got me into wrestling. He's like, he didn't make me special, but he definitely made me special. That was the NWA theme music, folks. I'm just repeating the way you would listen to it. And I can tell you right now, I can do this because I listen to another podcast that the gentleman by the name of Mr. Cornette, he does nonsense. I love Mr. Cornette's show. Shout out to Mr. Cornette. Love your show. Have me on. We can talk wrestling. I have no experience like you do. You're the royalty in all of wrestling. You and Brian Last. Okay? Mr. Last. Kissing butt. Got to do it. Mr. Cornette, Mr. Last, kissing butt. Guess what, lady? Let's collaborate. Let's do a Zoom interview with Larry, Brian Last, and Jim Cornette, and the greatest podcast in the history of podcasts. Your show, my show, together as one. Greasy. Like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which I believe came out. I got to find it now, the third installment. Man, it came out. I totally did not look online to find it. I gotta find it. Whoa, excellent. Rolled. No way. That would be the new version, like the way he did in the original, where he goes, They go, it's you. Yeah. Who are we? Keanu Reeves. And I met him. I said, first man I ever met in Hollywood, Keanu Reeves, Chinese theater. I was working as an usher with a bow tie and a vest. And I go up to him. Everyone was tripping because I'm going up to him. And I go, Mr. Keanu Reeves. I didn't say, oh, yeah. I said, Mr. Reeves, it's an honor and pleasure to meet you, sir. I wasn't slurring. I said, it's an honor and a pleasure to meet you, sir. Hey, cool. Or whatever he said. I said, I don't think there was a delay. I think there's just a delay here. I said, Mr. Reese, it's an honor and pleasure to meet you, sir. I just want to let you know I've been a fan since '69, dude. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Keanu Reeves, Larry, like this. It was great. It was one of the greatest moments for me. I was like, dude, it's Ted. D.R. Logan. And Bill S. Preston Esquire wasn't anywhere. He's just a director behind the scenes, but The Matrix he came for a private screening of The Matrix, and I just went around the candy counter. I said, I want to meet Mr. Reeves. And everyone was like, what'd you do? You could get fired. I don't care. I'm not here to work at a concession stand. I'm here to make it in Hollywood. Which I didn't quite do as well as I should have, but that's okay. I digress. I'm here live with you. Then we would never have this if I actually became a multimillionaire like Keanu Reeves. So you should be thankful. No, actually you shouldn't. But you know what? Hey, I'm just saying that I'm glad I'm here with you. Would I like to be a multimillionaire? I would donate to charitable causes. And yes, let's get out of the way. I'm not greedy. I'm not like, some other people, but you know what? No chance. I wouldn't mind being Vince McMahon's money for one day just to see what it's like and then give him his money back. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it, though, to go to Vince McMahon and say, Mr. McMahon, could I have your money for a day and just buy whatever I want and then give you the rest of the money back? And then keep the stuff I bought that day? Sure. Sure, kid. Okay, thanks. Whatever you want, kid. That was my Vince McMahon. Sucks, doesn't it? You're fired. I'm not talking about our president, but like the way Vince does it. Everyone can, disputes who has the better. Yeah, fired. Our president or Vince McMahon, president of the World Wrestling Federation. I think he should have made Vince his vice president, don't you? I think that would have been the better ticket. I think it would have been bigger than Jesse. Man, if President Trump and Vince McMahon, Vice President Vince McMahon, oh my God, can you believe it? We have like a billionaire real estate guy and a billionaire wrestling promoter running our United States of America. It still is possible. Maybe he'll drop, what's his name, Pence. Who knows? You never know in the World Wrestling Federation, but it isn't the World Wrestling Federation. It's real life. It's the government. I don't talk about politics, folks. We avoid that on the show due to circumstances. Anyways, the whole point is this. We want viewership from everybody. I'm not voting. I'm voting for me. Vote for Larry. For nothing. Are you bored yet? Because I'm not. I'll never get bored of me. I'm not boring. Ask any woman who's never been bored of me. There aren't too many. They've all been bored. Is this becoming like therapy for me, folks? I don't know. It's fun for me. Maybe misery for you, but it's fun for me. I like venting about my interesting lifestyle. Yeah, I'm single. Nobody cares. You see what I'm saying? It's just, I don't write this material, folks, seriously. Nobody goes and we don't have like the comedy writers of today of WWE. We don't sit in the meeting room and say, what are we going to talk about, Larry? But I just talked to myself before the show and I figured it out. I usually have a very detailed discussion with myself. I realize sometimes I don't like myself very much. But I deal with it because I can't leave this body. Unless it was like the Body Snatchers, like that Roddy Piper movie, They Live or some crap. That's right, They Live. I didn't say crap. I never saw the movie, to be honest with you. Hate me if you want to, but I've never seen it. But I know Piper went for Hollywood. He left with Adrian Adonis in that match at WrestleMania 3 that he was supposed to, I guess it was career for hair. And then Adrian Adonis was, and then Jimmy Hart wrapping him up, and it was funny. Anyways, this isn't about WrestleMania 3. It's about the WWF versus the NWA. The reason why this was one of the biggest rivalries of the 1980s, I'll tell you why, folks. That nature boy, Ric Flair. Woo! I should have brought my mask, but I can't leave now. But I'll read it next time. Ric Flair, the nature boy, 16 times world's heavyweight champion. He was on the NWA show. And then on the other side, you had what you gonna do when the largest arms of the world, the 2.4-inch pythons, that's what I used to do, brother. The 2.4-inch pythons run wild on you. I really did this during my stand-up comedy. I'm not gonna disrobe because there's no need, folks. It's sexy underneath there. That's all I can tell you. But back then, it was 100 pounds of dynamite and destruction. The whole point. Is there one? I don't know. I was just buff, and I wasn't the stuff. Anyways, the whole point. Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, WWF versus, not WCW, I gotta check it, the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, not the other guys that are rappers. I'll keep it G-rated. The NWAA with attitude. You know what I'm saying, blood? Anyways, sorry, folks, sorry. Don't get mad because I go gangster on you, okay? The whole point is this. I enjoy doing this show, and I love talking about the NWA. I love talking about the WWF because both of them offered me something. Both shows, Saturday morning, Superstars, Wrestling Challenge on Sunday for me, right before Soul Train with Don Cornelius. I noticed this episode is like sing-along with Larry today. So I apologize. If you don't like singing along, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Johnson. The People's Champ. $7. We can work together. Put me on the Titan games. I'll lose. Anyways, I still play football, Dwayne. XFL, buddy. Hey, you know, he owns the XFL now. I would be marketing for that. I'll sales, marketing, Mr. Johnson. Be in touch with my people. Can you get Larry a job? Those are my people back there. You see all of them? Anyways, sorry we didn't have an earthquake. I just bumped you. Anyways, the whole point is this. I came from, anyways, the whole point. Do we have one? Yes. The whole point. Larry believes that Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Hillbilly Jim, the Iron Sheik, America #1? Nope. It's a hot 2. Iran #1. Russia #1. America, Hawk 2. That was the Iron Sheik. Not to be mistaken for the original Sheik, who used to headline Detroit's Cabo Arena. Yeah, like that. Like Ozzy, when they point at the sky, they're giving tribute to the Sheik. Sabu that's his uncle. And then the whole effing show as well. You see, folks, I take you through every decade possible because I'm the wrestling encyclopedia. That's right, folks. I know so much about wrestling and never got a paycheck really other than just trying to make sure that wrestlers did stand up. And I am proud to say when this COVID thing is done, we are going back on the road, folks. We're going to bring you WWE superstars, NWA superstars, WCW superstars, Ring of Honor superstars, Impact Wrestling superstars, TNA superstars, have an ECW superstars, WCW, NWO superstars, live. Evolve superstars. Have I named off every league? AEW? Why not? 2021's coming, folks. Have an attitude of gratitude. Have a focus point. Know that this is not the end of us. We're going to get through this together. You know why we're going to get through this together? Because those lights that shine above your head say we're not dead. Those lights say that we're alive, we're breathing every day. Go vegan. It's okay. Do it for yourself. Plant-based. Feel good. Be proud of it. I might not give up steak, but I'll try to keep everything else away. Maybe some chicken and fish. Okay, then that's it. I'm trying vegan, but it's not working. Anyways, but the whole point, you could try it. I lost 40 pounds because of organic proteins and green superfoods. Amazing green superfoods. Vitacost. Wherever you get it. Cheap pop for you. You're welcome. Send us some sponsorship money now. Thank you. We don't got enough subscribers, folks. We need you to subscribe. Before I go, we're going to wrap it up right now. Before we go, just realize the NWA also, well, we're not going to go yet. We still got to talk about it. Okay, we didn't get done with WWF. Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, George the Animal Steel, the Macho Man Randy Savage, that WWF was circus show entertainment, family-based entertainment, where NWA was more adult-based entertainment. It was like the NWO before the NWO existed in the late 90s. It was the Ric Flair going, hey, fat guy, shut your mouth. Hey, you in the front row, honey, I'm staying at the Marriott. You meet me there. Woo! That was the NWA. You could talk about sex. That's all we're saying. And you could talk about having a party versus don't go messing with a country boy, and midgets. That was, I said it. It's PC. They're little people. Anyways, the whole point. I love them. I love little people. I just love them. You know why? Because I'm Little Larry at one time. Formerly known. Larry Lawrence, though, now. I upgraded. Kind of like myself and my business partner. We are doing things to improve you. We're not on stage. We're one better. We're in your face all over the world. He's behind the scenes, though. He makes this show look sexy. And I can tell you right now, folks, we're just like me. That's in my opinion. And you can't tell me otherwise because you don't exist. Because you can't tell me unless you comment. Take it. Comment. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Let's build it. And they will come. I tell you right now, thank you for tuning in to Telly Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, the original 4 Horsemen with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! Bob, 4 Horsemen. That's what I said on The Price is Right. Bob, 4 Horsemen. 4. Just watch the episode. I was on The Price is Right twice. Would you care? 40th anniversary. Anyways, it's not about me, folks. It's about the fact that the NWA with J.J. Dillon, their manager of the 4 Horsemen, this was what we watched. Sting, Magnum TA, Stinger with a blinder going, ow! That was a Stinger, baby, back in the 90s and the late 80s. And then he transferred into the Crow character, and he started losing Les Blonde in the mid-90s. I went through the transformations of Sting, my favorite. And I met him at the Chinese Theater at the Radio Rumble premiere. I was in awe. I said, Stinger, Stinger. I got a picture with him. Yeah, Stinger. Ow! I didn't do that, but he could tell I was elated. I told him about when I seen him at the Oakland Coliseum. The first time ever saw wrestling live. I saw him. I said, I was so happy. He's like, hey, cool. It's cool. He was low key that day, but he was very nice to me. Anyways, I met Dwayne Johnson. I met Hulk Hogan. The pictures out there in the universe, and I met him briefly once, and Mr. Bischoff, of course. All this has happened when Kurt Angle took a chair to my head, and RVD worked with me on the show. You know what, folks? And I know this show's gonna get bigger because Larry's is waiting for all these individuals to be on our podcast. It's gonna take you folks to subscribe. Say we want RVD. We want this person. We want that person. You want them on the show? Subscribe. Tell a friend. Zoom. Interviews are coming your way. We're going to have another Glow coming up, folks. Another Glow Wrestling Zoom interview is coming at you. Yes, I can say it. It's official. I'm excited about it. We're ready to get going with this. Zoom interviews are coming at you in 2020 and beyond. Folks, we're going to get through this together. As an attitude of gratitude I have right now for you folks, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to wrap it up. As I leave you with a send-off like I do every single week, day after day, week after week, year after year, on Larry's new wrestling podcast and stuff. Once again, I've enjoyed this. If you haven't, I know you did. We'll continue to be on that positive tip. Forever, I am happy to be doing this in memory of my grandfather, my father, and all the people that I love that are watching over me. Thank you, all of you. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Larry Lawrence Podcast. Also, folks, my Facebook handle, Larry Lawrence, Oakland, CA. Find me, add me, friend request me. Thank you. And if you like our page, Larry's New Wrestling Podcast and stuff, like our Facebook page, folks. It's really going to help us out. And I can't say enough thank yous to everyone out there. But one more. Thank you. And let's wrap it up with our lives or whatever we make of it. Folks, as we go out there into the world today, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be different. It's going to be negative energy. But what are you going to do? What you going to do? Are you going to show them that you have a positive attitude, or are you going to succumb? I hope you don't succumb, folks. And do me a favor. Our life is whatever we make of it. Let's just go out there into the world today and do me a great big favor, everybody. Not just for me. Do it for yourselves. And let's do it for each other. Let's just make our lives a great one. Thank you all for tuning in to Larry's New Wrestling Podcast and stuff. Basil Yusuf, our music. Take it away. And we'll see you sooner than later. Stay healthy and happy. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.